Yes. So welcome everyone to our morning session, which is a technical analysis session. If you can hear me loud and clear, kindly drop me a 1 in the chat. If I'm loud and clear, kindly drop me a 1 in the chat. If I'm loud and clear, kindly drop me a 1 in the chat. Okay. All right. So welcome once again. Good morning, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon. Looking at where you are joining us from, understanding that we are here from different locations. So we appreciate your presence this morning. I believe you had a beautiful weekend. And yes, things do happen. But currently I see there is a tunnel in the market. Yes, I can see the market is giving us more opportunities on the upper side of it. So wish you best trading. Yes, I wish you all the best in your trading for today. All right, so last week we were here and we were dealing with the candlesticks. We just started the subject of candlesticks, and we looked at the candlestick anatomy, part of a candle. All right, we did not leave it there. When we looked at the candles, we discovered that the candles, they come into different shapes. We saw that some candles are short and small, some candles are long and big, and we also find out the implication. Okay, when we see candles that are long, what is the message, or what information does that come with to us as traders? Okay, and also when we see candles that are short or small, what message do they carry to us as traders? And we went as far as looking at the impact of shadows. Okay, yes, the impact of shadows, long shadows and short shadows, right? Upper shadows and lower shadows. Okay, we looked at that in detail, and I'm sure that you are able to remember where we left. To those who attended last week's lesson, we ended, I think, on shadows. Okay, we were trying to understand how shadows are developed and what is the impact, or what is the implication when we see shadows coming, developing on the body of the candle, whether it is the upper part of the candle or the lower part of the candle. What is really happening in the market, and what are we getting as traders looking or trying to analyze price action? All right, so that's what we covered so far. That was last week, and today we are going to go a little bit deeper beyond that. I believe that you are ready to go with me on this session today, where we are going to open on what we call candlestick chart pattern, right? We are going to look at candlestick chart pattern. That's what we're going to look at today, candlestick patterns. All right, that's the lesson for today. We'll start looking at the candlestick patterns. Okay, so candlestick patterns are one of the most powerful trading concept when it comes to trading. All right, when we are talking about the candlestick patterns, we are looking at let me share screen. Maybe I can write something. Okay, let me bring something here. I needed to write something. Let me just bring TradingView. Okay, so I'm talking about the candlestick patterns. I'm saying that the candlestick patterns are one of the most powerful trading concept. Okay, so these patterns, they are really simple. When it comes to candlestick chart patterns, they are really very simple. Not only very simple, they are also easy to identify. Okay, not only easy to identify, but also they are profitable setups when we are talking about candlestick chart patterns or candlestick patterns. Let me maybe clarify a little bit. When we are looking at candlestick patterns, we are looking at a language that is spoken in the market. It's very difficult sometimes to find yourself in a region or in a location where you are not familiar with the language that is being spoken there. Okay, when you see people communicating and you are not familiar or you do not understand the language, it becomes a little bit awkward for you. Okay, so in the market also, there is a language that buyers and sellers speak. And this language, it is the language of patterns. Buyers and sellers, they have got a tendency, okay? They have got a tendency of repeating what they did yesterday, okay? So when they are doing that, they paint or they create something like a pattern. you know when they communicated yesterday and then they come again to communicate, you will see that in their pattern of communication, something that was spoken last week, it is also being repeated today in the market. So we are looking at a pattern, we are looking at a composition of candles. Okay, we're gonna look at a composition of candles all together that create a pattern. So this is more like a language that is spoken by buyers and sellers in the market. For example, if you are to look at this, okay, if you are to look at this, maybe let me go back to history so that we can have a good picture of what I am talking about when I say a pattern. Okay. Okay. So if we are to come here and look at this picture over here that was spoken by buyers and sellers in the market, if we are to pick something like this, okay, if we are to pick something like this, sorry, and then we go a little bit back and find out in the market, did the buyers and sellers create something like this? Okay, if we are to go backward and find out within the same coin, okay, within the same coin, when buyers and sellers were performing their activity of buying and selling, did they leave a certain page like this one? So this is what we call a pattern. So you discover that buyers and sellers, they always repeat what they did previously. Okay, so this is more like a language. When you understand these types of formalities in the market, you are able to find the interpretation behind it, because we are going to look into that. When we look at this type of a chart and then we find this type of a pattern, then we are able to identify what type of candles are embedded or they are inside this type of a pattern. So we'll be looking in detail about these candles. So we will find out that these buyers and sellers, they create what we call a pattern. So when you understand this, you will discover that it is easy to identify this type of a pattern. Not only easy, but also it is simple. Okay, once you discover and understand this language being spoken by buyers and sellers, you are going to set up profitable setups. Okay, you are going to come up with profitable trades when you understand this. When you see that buyers and sellers, when they are talking in the market, and when you try to listen, then you get meaning out of it, then you'll be able to say, okay, now I think I can join the platform and also participate, because I am able to hear and interpret what they are talking about. That is the beautiful thing when you do technical analysis. When you just open a chart like this, you are able to see what is happening in the market. Okay, just by opening a chart like this, you are able to see what is happening in the market because of how candles are forming. And when they are forming, they are creating what we call a pattern. So when you study at the pattern, then you see, oh, okay, these are some dots that buyers and sellers are leaving for me to follow them through, right? So candlestick patterns, they are one of the most powerful trading concepts that traders normally use. They are simple. Not only simple, they are also easy to identify. Because of that, you find out that they become very profitable setups. Okay, they become very profitable setups. So let us go a little bit deeper and look at some of the candlestick patterns that mostly we are going to find in the market, or mostly they are found in the market. Okay, there are so many patterns that you can study, or that you can find in the market. But what we are going to share with you in this journey of our technical analysis, they are the most, okay, they are the most patterns that you need to know. All right. Yes, they are going to help you understand the market better. Okay, so if we are together so far, please give me a 2 in the chat. If we are still together, give me a 2 in the chat. If we are still together, give me a 2 in the chat. If we are still together, give me a 2 in the chat. If we are still together, give me a 2 in the chat. Okay. All right, so let's proceed and start looking at some of these candlestick chart patterns. Let's proceed and start looking at some of these candlestick chart patterns. All right, so chart patterns, they are like a language that is spoken in the market. So one of the chart patterns that you are going to find when you are doing your technical analysis is this pattern that is called engulfing bars. Okay, we need to go slowly here. We need to go slowly here. Okay, we want to look at a pattern called engulfing bars. All right, now since we discovered from the beginning, we discovered that there are two forces or two pressures that contribute a lot when it comes to our technical analysis. All right, in terms of price, we do have two pressures, which is buyers and sellers. All right, which is buyers and sellers. Now buyers, they do have their pattern. Okay, they do have their pattern. When you see that pattern, you know that these are buyers that are trying to push the price to the upper side. The same with sellers, they also have their pattern. When they start communicating, you are able to read through and say, sellers, they are agreeing to push the price to the downside. So when we are going through these patterns, we are going to look each and every pattern, looking at it represent which part of pressure. What I'm trying to say is we are going to classify them into two: the one for buyers and the one for sellers. on each and every pattern that we're going to look at, we are going to find one for buyers and one for sellers. So it's like we are looking at the positive side of the pattern as well as the negative side of the pattern. Negative being sellers, positive being buyers. Okay, so we'll be looking each and every pattern in that manner or in that detail. So let's come and look at engulfing bars. Okay, engulfing bars. All right, can someone find out? Can someone go to Google? Can someone go to AI? I don't know. Yes, just bring me the meaning of engulfing. I just want to find out what is to engulf. What is to engulf? What is to engulf? I just want us to go together so that when we are looking at these bars that engulfs, what do they actually do in the market? When buyers and sellers are creating engulfing bars, what are they doing to each other? So can someone find out the meaning of engulfing, to engulf? Can someone give us the meaning of engulfing? What is to engulf? I'm in the chat right now. I want to see some answers there. What is to engulf? What is to engulf? What is to engulf? What is to engulf? To cover up. Okay, to surround and cover something or someone. I think that's much better. Completely cover. Okay, all right. To dominate. Okay, okay, can I see more? To overshadow. Okay, can I see more? Can I see more? Can I see more? Can I see more? I see the word cover. Yes, the word cover is coming a lot. Is it only these ones that are participating? Is it only these ones that are participating? To swallow. I think I'm gonna fall for this one. To swallow. Okay. To envelope. Aha. Kangombe said to envelope. Okay. To cover or to swallow up completely. To sweep over completely. Okay. All right. So do you have a picture now? If we are to use the word, if we are to go with the word cover or to envelope or to dominate, yes. So we are looking at engulfing bars. Okay, to engulf is to cover completely, that you cannot be able to be seen. Okay, if someone is standing here, okay, if we are to look at a picture where you are standing somewhere here, okay, you are standing somewhere here, you want to look forward, and there is a very tall person ahead of you, okay, there is a very tall person ahead of you that is standing somewhere here, right? So when you try to look ahead, when this person is standing here, you cannot see what is in front of you. So you are engulfed by this person. You are covered by this person completely. You cannot see what is ahead unless you come in front of this person. But at the moment, you cannot see what is lying ahead of you. So in this scenario, you are engulfed, or you are covered, or you are enveloped. It's like you have been closed in something and you don't see. So in the market, you are going to see candles that do the engulfing. Okay, whether it is buyers that are trying to engulf sellers, whether it is the sellers that are trying to engulf buyers, these activities normally happen in the market. So we want to look at these type of activities where buyers and sellers, they are engulfing each other. Okay, they are engulfing each other. So here we do have an engulfing bar that is done by the sellers. So the one that is done by sellers, it is called a bearish engulfing bar. Remember, I gave you an understanding that when we go through our technical analysis, you are going to hear the word bears in the market. If you were with me from the beginning, I have been expressing this. You are going to see bulls in the market. Okay, we normally use the word bull, we normally use the word bear. Okay, so when you see bear, it means you are looking at sellers. Okay, so this type of engulfing bar, it is the one that is done by sellers, and obviously they are engulfing buyers. Okay, they are engulfing buyers. Let us look at the composition. So the composition is two candlesticks. Okay, the composition is two candlesticks. The first candlestick, it is a bullish candlestick. Okay, meaning to say this is a candle for buyers. Okay, this is a candle for buyers. In most cases, it has got a small body compared to the selling pressure candle. This is a candle for buyers. This is a candle for sellers. The candle for buyers, it is having a small body. All right. So in this scenario, it simply means that for this to be an engulfing bar, sellers engulfing buyers, obviously the price is coming from the bottom. Okay, in a scenario where the price is going up like this, then it has reached a level whereby buyers, they are failing to push this price further. Okay, they are failing to push this price further. Obviously there should be a candle that is going to follow suit after that. Maybe if we can go to TradingView a bit, let me see this. If we can go to TradingView a bit, all right, and then explain from there. Let me see if we can find a scenario where the price went high up. Okay, the price went high up somewhere. Price went high up. All right, let's see. Can we get that scenario? I just want to give a very good scenario where engulfing bar is being created. Let me look for let me check this coin here. Okay, but I'm sure you are able to understand. So let me see what's happening here. Okay, this is still a downtrend. I'm looking for where the market went high up and then it started to come down. In such a scenario, we are going to see an engulfing bar, especially a bearish engulfing bar. Okay, yeah, I think Bitcoin can give us one. Let me check Bitcoin here. I think Bitcoin can give us one. Let me see. All right, but I just want to be practical while I am taking you through these engulfing bars. All right, I just want to be practical at the same time when we are looking at these engulfing bars. Okay, all right, maybe let's just use this, though it may, but I'm not happy with this. Okay, let's just take this example over here. Okay, let's just take example over here, having a small candle, a small buying candle, and a big selling candle. Okay, a small buying candle and a big selling candle. All right, so this candle is standing over here. It is trying to look what is ahead of this side. So it is not able to see what is lying ahead because of this long candle covering it. So in this scenario, this candle is engulfing this one. So in most cases, this is happening at the top when the market has gone high up like this. Okay, when the price has moved from the lowest to the highest, somewhere here on top, when price is trying to come back down, you are going to see a scenario, or you are going to see this family of engulfing bars. Okay, bearish engulfing bars. They comprise of a candle which is a buyer candle or a bullish candle which is green in color, and then there is a big bearish candle, okay, or a longer bearish candle you are going to see next to it. After the market has trended upward like this, at the top here, where most of the times price is being resisted, okay, price is being resisted, you are going to see such a development. In this scenario, we conclude that sellers, they are engulfing buyers, because buyers, they have been pushing the price to the top, but now they don't have more energy to continue pushing this price further up. As a result, you will see that sellers may come in numbers and engulf buyers, meaning to say selling activity, it is going to dominate buying activity. Okay, selling activity is going to dominate the market, so that buyers don't have enough space to perform. All right, as a result, you will see that price will start to go down immediately. When buyers are engulfed by sellers, price changes direction, it starts to go down. All right, so a bearish engulfing bar, we are looking at a scenario where buyers, they are losing their momentum in the market after price has gone up. Now let us locate properly. Like I said, where do you expect to see bearish engulfing bars? You are going to see bearish engulfing bars when price moves from the bottom, then it goes high up. At the top here, where price is being resisted, you are going to see engulfing bars developing there. Okay, it is a preparation that buyers are about to lose their momentum. So when you see something like this, it simply means buyers, they have been they are trying to push the price to the top, and they have reached at this limit, and then sellers, they are coming to take over. So the small candle tells you that buyers, yes, they are in the market, but their pressure is less compared to the pressure of sellers. So this tells you that anytime from here, okay, it may not happen immediately after this. Sometimes you discover that there is some sort of ranging, okay, before this happens. Sometimes you see that there is some sort of ranging, there is still that controversy, like buyers and sellers, they are still fighting who is going to take over here. Eventually you will see the market going down. Okay, so I want you to have that in mind. When you see a price going high up, check somewhere at this level where price is being resisted, where buyers are failing to push the price further. You will see that market start to go down. So check here what type of candles are developing here. So when you are familiar with this, then you are able to know when you open a chart, okay, or when you open the market, and then you see, oh, it was an uptrend, okay, how far the uptrend has gone, so that you don't get trapped when the market starts to go down. Okay, there are people who likes to chase green candles, and they are not even aware how far that movement is going to go. Okay, since now the market is bullish, okay, green candles all over, green candles all over. Sometimes you may not know how far these green candles are going to go. All right, so you will see that there are areas in the market when you draw your support and resistance, you see areas where market is being resisted, price is failing to go further up, or price is failing to go further down. So within those areas, you are going to see these setups that are called patterns. So they will help you to identify which direction of the market might happen or might follow suit after that. So this is a bearish engulfing bar. I think I have taken more time on this. Is it clear? Is it clear about the bearish engulfing bar? First of all, check the trend of the market. Which trend is it? Is it uptrend or downtrend? Then check at the location. Check at the location. Is it clear, guys? I said that these setups, they are very simple to identify. Okay? They are very simple. They are easy to identify. So they are going to help you when you are trying to make your entry in the market. You don't just jump in. You are able to see and say, this market has already gone up. If I enter here, am I safe? Okay? What type of language is being spoken here? Probably it is sellers that are caucusing. They want to start selling. So if you were trying to buy, then you discover that you are trapped by sellers. Yes, thank you so much. So we are good to go. So this is a bearish engulfing bar. Okay? This is a bearish engulfing bar. This is how it looks like when you go to your trading view. You are going to see a setup more like this. Okay? So this is a small candle for buyers. This is a big candle for sellers. Sometimes this candle can be something like a plus sign. We're gonna get there and understand what are these types of candles that looks like a plus sign. All right? Yes, but this is how you may find it looking like. So you can see the market is coming from this direction. When it went high up here, buyers could not continue pushing the price to the upper side. They ended up being engulfed by sellers, and then we saw the market changing direction. So when you identify these setups, you are able to know when to position yourself, where to position yourself in terms of entering the market. Right. Here we go. Let's look at the opposite version of the bearish engulfing bar. Like I said, they come in pairs, two, male and female. All right, they come in pairs, male and female. All right, so we have just looked at the female. Yes, I consider that to be a female pattern. So this one is a male pattern. Okay, a bullish engulfing bar. It is the opposite version of the bearish engulfing bar. These are bulls, those were bears. Okay, these are buyers, those were sellers. So the setup is also the same. The only difference, what you might find here, it is the location. The location of the bullish engulfing bar. Let me ask you a question. If the market was trending upward like this, then it has reached a certain level where price is being resisted somewhere here. And then the market has changed direction. Okay, sellers, they were more compared to buyers, and then selling activity happens until it goes down here. When it comes down here, okay, it reaches a point where sellers, they have exhausted their strength. They cannot continue to push this price further down. As a result, the price is being supported. That's what we call a support level, a resistant level. So when price comes down here, after it has gone high up and then it comes down here, what should you expect to happen? What should you expect to happen? Let's say it has done 100% move. It moved from 0, it went to 100. After making it 100, it comes back to 0. what movement should you expect from here? What movement should you expect? Tell me. You are the one who says buy low, sell high. You always say that buy low, sell high. Yes. What movement should you expect when the price has become low? What movement should you expect when price has become low? Yes. So you are going to expect a change in direction when it comes to price movement. So if it went down, then you are anticipating an uprise of price. Okay. So what I was trying to bring to you, when it comes to a bullish engulfing bar, okay, when it comes to a bullish engulfing bar, it simply means price is coming from this direction. Can you see this candle? It is a selling pressure candle. It is a red candle. So price is moving this direction, going downward. So it has reached a certain level where it is supported. Okay, so sellers, they are failing to push this price further down. As a result, can you see the appearance of the candle, the size of the candle? Do you remember when we were talking about the body sizes of candles? I hope now it makes sense when we spoke about body sizes. So you discover that this is a 4-hour candle, this is a 4-hour candle, but this one is small in size. Okay, or it is short in size. This one is longer in size, but it is the same time frame. So this tells us about the pressure. How much pressure was here? How much pressure was here? So this indicates that sellers, they are tired. They don't have more energy to continue pushing this price further. They are exhausted. The moment they are exhausted, they need to rest. Remember, when you are tired, you really need some rest. Okay? When you are trying to rest, what normally happens? Sometimes you end up falling asleep. All right? The moment you try to fall asleep, the enemy comes. That is the time that the enemy will come and ambush you. So the moment sellers are trying to rest here is when buyers, they say, aha, we got you. We got you. We thought that you are going to continue, but no. Now you are exhausted. So buyers comes now, they start buying, because buyers, they want to buy low so that they can sell high when the price goes up. So they will come here. They will enter here. So this candle is engulfing this one. As a result, a bullish engulfing bar is being formed. Buyers, they are engulfing sellers. Location at the bottom of the downtrend. When price has trended downward, right at the bottom there, check what type of a pattern is being formed. What type of a pattern is being formed at the bottom of a downtrend? You might find a bullish engulfing bar there. That signifies upward movement of price. Is this clear? I'm not moving very fast. I am taking time just on one chart pattern so that you are able to understand. Is this clear, guys? Is this clear? When you go to your TradingView, check out first of all that something that you need to look out for is what is the trend, what is the previous trend, where is the market coming from, so that you are able to establish where is it going to. Okay, when you open your TradingView, what you need to look for is what is the previous trend, right? What is the previous trend? For example, in this scenario, okay, can you see in this scenario here, where is the market coming from? You can see that there was a downtrend here. There was a downtrend there. Can you see? There was a downtrend there. Okay, so price went further down here. So when it was trying to come back, I want you to look at this area here where the price is supported. If you are to try to enlarge your screen, okay, I want you to look here closely here. What type of candles are forming here? Okay, what type of candles are forming around this region? So when you check here, one of the chart patterns that you might find, it is the bullish engulfing bar. I'm not saying that there is a bullish engulfing bar here, but I'm trying to paint a good picture and say when you come to a downtrend, at the bottom of the downtrend, check around that area. You may locate a bullish engulfing bar. Is that clear before I take you to another pattern? It is clear, right? Okay, it is clear. All right, so let's continue and then bring another type of a chart pattern. Okay, so this is what you might find when you are doing your technical analysis. Price has been coming down. It has reached this level where price is being supported. Sellers, they don't have much energy to continue pushing the price further down. As a result, buyers, they come and play a defensive move. They play a defensive move to make sure that sellers, they do not cross the line. Then they start pushing, okay? They start coming together and start fighting the sellers. As a result, then you see price is changing direction, going back to the upper side. So this is what we call a bullish engulfing bar pattern. Bulls engulfing sellers. All right, so let's come here and learn about the Doji candlestick pattern. Okay, Doji candlestick pattern. It is another type of a pattern that you are going to find in the market. All right, so they also come in two pairs, a male and a female. I normally call it that way because we do have buyers and sellers. So sellers, they are the ones that bring negativity in price. Buyers are the ones that bring positivity in price. So we do have Doji candlestick pattern where they are classified into two. But let's just look a little bit about the Doji candlestick pattern. Okay, so when it comes to a Doji candlestick pattern, we are looking at one of the most important Japanese candlestick pattern. Remember, I gave you a history of candles. All right, so a Doji candlestick pattern, it is one of the most important Japanese candlestick pattern. When this candlestick forms, okay, when a Doji candlestick forms, what should you expect? It is telling you that the market is opening and it is closing at the same price, as you can see here. Okay, where price opened and where price closed, it is the same position. Okay, it is the same price. So if price is opening and closing at the same price, what does that mean? It means there is equality. The power, okay, the power of buyers or the pressure for buyers and sellers is equal. When you see that buyers and sellers are meeting at one place when it comes to price, it means that there is equality in that market or in that type of trade session. All right, so you see the opening and the closing of the price is the what? Is the same. Are we together? When you see a Doji candlestick pattern forming, you should know that the market is telling you that the opening price and the closing price, they are at the same. So if opening and closing is at one price, it means there is equality. What else is there apart from equality? It means there is indecision. The market has not decided which direction it should take. Okay, the market haven't decided. So you see that when Doji candlesticks are forming, there is equality and there is indecision in terms of price. You are not sure. When you see dojis forming, you better wait because the market is still deciding. You don't know which direction the market is going to go after that. So wait maybe for clarity. Okay, you need to wait for clarity. So doji candlestick pattern in general, it gives us equality as well as indecision in the market. Okay, so once indecision and equality are taking place, you need to wait. What should you wait for? Okay, what should you wait for? You need to see the outcome after the doji candlestick has formed. So wait for this to happen. Okay, you need to wait for this to happen. All right, imagining that the price has been trending upward this way, price has been going upward this way, then you see a doji candlestick in the midst of the uptrend. So you need to wait because you don't know, is this price going to continue to go up or it will start coming down? So wait for this to complete. When this session complete, wait for the next candle and see what is happening, so that you are able to get well informed of what is happening. All right, so that is a doji candlestick pattern. We're gonna look at their types. There are two as well. Okay, the one that signifies upward movement and the one that signifies downward movement of price. But a doji in general, it signifies indecision and equality in the market. It signifies indecision and equality where? In the market. Okay, you are going to see something like a plus sign. Okay, you are going to see candles like this in the market. Let me look for one here, one clear doji. Okay, sorry for that, guys. Sorry for that, guys. All right, so you can see here, I just want you to show you an example of a doji. Okay, you can see here what is happening here. Okay, so you can see the price almost here, it is almost, though there is a little bit of a difference, but you can see that the price almost closed, opened and closed at the same price. Okay, almost opened and closed at the same position. All right, so when you see this forming, you need to wait and see which direction the market is going. All right, yes. So we needed to go now and look at their types. This is just a doji. Now we are going to classify them. Okay, we're gonna give them classifications, putting them on their side, that this type of dojis, they belong to which part, this type of dojis, they belong to which part, so that we are able to use them correctly and also to locate them where you can find them, to find or to validate your analysis. Okay, the location that you are going to find them will validate your analysis and say, okay, this tells me that this is a doji that signifies market movement to the downside. This is a doji that signifies market movement to the upper side. It's already almost half past, so we normally close at half past. I think we should call it a day for today. We're gonna proceed tomorrow, but I will make sure this week we finish all the chart patterns. I will make sure this week we finish all the chart pattern lesson, so that by next week another trainer will come here and take us through the other segment. Yes, anyone with a question? Anybody with a question? Anybody with a question? Anybody with a question, guys? Anybody with a question? Anybody with a question? We are trying to understand market direction here. We are trying to understand price action. That's what we are trying to understand. Price action. Are we okay for today? Okay. So let me hand over to leadership if there is any announcement. Yes, Brother Ima, good morning. Over
All
to
right.
you, sir. And please, you may close the session after your announcement.
All right. Good morning and good morning to everyone. Okay, so we still have another session, maybe I think an hour or 2 hours or more to go. That is trade settings. So I urge we get prepared to be there too on time if God permit. So that is all the announcement that I have. Thank you.
So guys, that marks the end of our session. I think the host can end the training. We're gonna meet in the next session that is coming. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful Monday.
Someone